sometimes people like doubt if whether or not like what I'm posting is really like, is it for the internet? But what I think is like, if I'm making someone feel a little bit less alone in this world, that secures me in ways that like I'm okay with.
Tired of being complacent, I done almost had it up to here with my patience.
Hey there, I'm Victoria Makanjuola, and you're listening to Feel Your Feelings, the podcast where high achievers get real about mental wellness. You feel me?
Attention all passengers, now clearing the runway for growth. It's takeoff season.
Gas to the pedal, moving on. 'Cause I've been on that new vibe, living on an incline.
So I found my next guest while I was scrolling on Instagram. I found this video of this young man trying to film content in his household, and his dad was basically shaming him about it and making him feel very bad. Here's the reference video.
It's not gonna go nowhere.
What? Can you leave the room really quick?
Leave the room?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I want to record in private really quick.
The fucking the owner for the house and you fucking want me to leave the house?
No, just like leave the room really quick.
What the fuck? No, I'm not gonna leave nowhere. Stupid. Stop. What are you doing? It's not gonna go nowhere. So dumb. Just go do your shit or somewhere else. Stupid shit.
Ace is navigating a very public transition from a toxic household, and I felt that it was important to have his voice on the podcast because this is takeoff season, and I saw his effort in him reaching his 10,000 followers, and now he's at 40,000 followers, and having someone shut him down and trying to discredit him basically really made me mad, and I wanted to really give him his flowers because that's an awesome accomplishment, and it's really sad that his own dad wasn't acknowledging that or didn't have the capability to acknowledge that in that moment. Yeah, I wanted to have Ace on my podcast because I think he's brave. I think he is independent. I think that he is strong, and I think that he's making it, and I think he's taking off, and I can't wait to see where his platform goes. And yeah, another reason why I wanted to have him on the show is to use the plane and the travel analogy is that everyone deserves a chance to make it to their gate, at least to make it to their gate. And it's so annoying and frustrating when you have delays or when you have, you don't have your ID or you can't get through a checkpoint or, someone basically tries to cut you off in the middle of that journey before you can even get on the plane. I think that he's very strong-minded and that he's taking off regardless of his circumstances around him. I'm glad and I'm grateful that I've been given space and by my parents and by my family to do my content thing. I have had to separate, my creativity from time to time and let them know like, hey, I'm doing my thing. There's a note on the door and this is my time. This is my creative time. This is really sacred to me. And not everyone is going to understand that when certain things and certain routines are sacred to you. They're just not going to get it. So I applaud Ace for his bravery and for continuing to push through and create content regardless. Hello and welcome to another episode of Feel Your Feelings. With me today is Ace Xiong, and I'm so excited to have Ace on my show. I've been following his journey of finding independence, and I'm honored to be holding space for him today. Ace, welcome to the podcast. You're joining me from Minnesota. How are you feeling?
Hey, how's it going? I'm feeling like all the feels right now. Like, life has been crazy. You never really know what life has in store for you. Moments can like feel like they're flying by, and right now I'm feeling a lot. But I feel great knowing that like I'm in a clear headspace. I'm away from my dad currently, but like life goes on.
That's great to know. I found your content on Instagram. That's how I came across you. Like so many people that are probably watching this, like your video went viral because you were sitting there trying to celebrate with your donut, reaching 750 followers on Instagram, which is a huge accomplishment. And to have your dad downplay that and really talk really badly about you and discredit you, that really was disheartening, and it made me feel angry and it made me feel so bad for you. So I'm so sorry that you had to experience that from a family member, from someone that you live with, because I know how hard it is to want to have your own space and protect your energy while you're creating your own world. So how are you protecting your mental peace while the internet is watching you navigate this new independence?
Yeah, that's the biggest like question I haven't really thought about, but like that I can probably answer. For the time being right now, like I've gotten so many messages. I've also like seen a lot of like positive feedback, a lot of negative feedback, like people saying this is shameful, people saying this is great for people to look at. And what I think about is like my mindset of like persevering, but also like being yourself, even when people say who you are is stupid, even when people say that like what you're doing is stupid. I take it as something where it's like I want to share my experience with people, because I feel like sometimes voices are really suppressed in a way where they feel as though like their voice doesn't matter, or that why they think, why am I going through this alone? And then my biggest thing is like I never want someone to feel alone in this world, when they could see that there's just a million people who would go out of their way to help show that like they're there for them and support them in ways you never really expect. So for me, like even though yes, I get like a lot of backlash, I get a lot of like maybe sometimes hate, or sometimes people like doubt if whether or not like what I'm posting is really like, is it for the internet? But what I think is like if I'm making someone feel a little bit less alone in this world, that secures me in ways that like I'm okay with.
I love your mindset, and my shirt literally says "Be kind." That is very intentional today. It's takeoff season, and I think that you are taking off despite the detour that you had been experiencing. So just keep up the great work. As someone who is clearly gifted in taking off on social media, you're at almost 40,000 followers on Instagram. Am I right? I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I am one of them. Do you feel a pressure to always be on, or have things be perfect when things might be messy in your personal life?
Oh, for sure. Like every day I go to sleep, like before I go to sleep, I'm always like wondering like, did I post enough, or did I post good enough to like where like I feel calm enough to be like, if I don't post it, or if I don't post enough today, if I don't post something that like hits in the right way, or if it doesn't connect with someone in the right way, like am I doing enough to like maybe feel like be worthy of like these 30k followers, and like it's and I'm like a person like who loves to work hard to keep improving, and if I feel like I'm not improving, or if I feel like I'm not doing good enough, I feel like do I deserve to stop for the day, you know? And I taking breaks is hard for me, because like I want to keep producing, I want to keep working, I want to be able to like to say I did it today, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, the pressure's definitely there every day for sure.
Yeah. Well, you keep a smile on your face, and I think that's keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I kind of want to touch on your relationship with your father now, and what that looks like moving forward, and if you're in a good place.
Yeah, my relationship with my father right now is we actually have not talked since the incident of me getting kicked out. I don't know if you saw that or not, but I did get kicked out of the house recently.
I saw that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I did get kicked out of the house recently, but also since I am moved out, I haven't talked to him at all, nor do I, for the time being. I mean, like for like the relative time being, I don't see myself talking to him or interacting with him. But if anything, if he wants to try to be part of my life again, if he makes the effort to like try to be a better person, to like see like the bright side of life, then like I'm always willing for. My thing is like recovery is always possible, no matter like how low you go, no matter how hurtful you can be to someone. Like I believe that anyone can like re-invite themselves into my life if they choose like to approach in the right way. And for him, I want to be able to speak to him again. I want to be able to like to talk to him, like to like go out to eat or something, and not have to worry. And I see that for him. I believe that he can come back into my life one day, but right now probably not. But yeah, he's a very interesting guy right now.
You can't have a successful launch if the pilot is burnt out. That's why I'm raising awareness for NAMI this season, to make sure our mental wellness is cleared for takeoff. If you want to partner with me or support this podcast, please send me an email at the FYFZ podcast@outlook.com. Join the crew. I feel that. What do you want to say to your followers or your audience, basically your internet family? The new followers that you've gained from that video, and also those that are going through a similar situation as you.
Oh, well, to them, like, where I am right now, like, I cannot have gotten to where I am without them. Like, from the people who watched me, like, when I had 300 followers, to the people, like, that stayed throughout the 10K and the 30K, like, people that showed up, supported me, even when I felt like the world was against me sometimes, like, that's not true. And I cannot believe that people are so supportive. And I hope you know that anyone who's, like, going through the same thing, like, you are not alone in this world, that, like, I'm here for you. I'm always rooting. I'm always believing, like, no matter how, like, if you feel like no one believed, if you say no one believed, that means I probably died or something, because, like, I believe in you so much, and the fact that you're here for me, even though like I owe nothing to you, you owe nothing to me, like that just shows how amazing the world can be and how amazing they are. So I really I give it to them. I really thank everyone who's supported me through this journey, who's seen my ups and downs, who have seen me like crash out in ways that I probably don't even know myself in sometimes. But yeah, I really got to thank them because it couldn't have been possible without them.
For sure. And like, what about young people that are in a similar situation as you?
Oh yeah, and to the young people that are like in a similar situation as me, like know that like whatever you're going through, like it's never, your story, your life like does not end there. Like who you are, this like your conditions of living, like you choose for yourself. You can always choose for the better. You really decide your own future. If people like tear you down, like know that like you are more than that. Yes, it's hard right now. Yes, you might fall into a pit. Yes, you might like stumble down a couple of stairs, but like just know that like because you have to climb up, it's because you have to work to where you get, it's because you're in a hard position that like the climb that you have to do might be harder, but like the view at the top is much more worthy and valuable when you have to climb more. And that's what I want to say, like keep climbing, keep persevering. I know it's like hard right now, but it's never hard all the time, and you'll see the view eventually.
That's beautiful. I'm thinking of Miley Cyrus's song "The Climb" is like playing in my head. Yeah. You're sounding like a preacher. You preach it, Ace. You preach it. You preach it. Is there anything that you want to say to your haters, specifically the people who say like, "Oh, he just needs to toughen up"?
Oh yeah, I've seen that, like a lot of messages like that, like toughen up, or I've gotten a lot of messages like saying I'm spoiled or like that I'm unappreciative in a way. But right. To touch on the that I'm like I gotta toughen up. I believe that like willpower is probably the toughest thing someone can have, and like the ability to be able to tolerate a person that makes you feel in such a negative way, the ability to like say no, to walk out of a space that's like negative, that's probably like the toughest thing someone can do. And I believe like toughness is like, or being tough is like very different for every person, you know, like someone's tough version of tough is much different than how I would perceive it, but or how I would perceive it. But I believe that people are tough by being able to put themselves in positions that like, you know, maybe they're taking a risk, they're looking stupid, or they're being the weird one, or they're being different, or they're documenting their life in a way where I have recently. And I feel like that's tough in general. And that's like, and for people to say that I am not tough at all, or I have to toughen up, that's a crazy like thought to even. That's why I don't really listen to that, because like your version, someone else's version of tough is different. So like, but it's what matters to me, you know. It's what like my core values are, like who I am. And as long as like I feel like I'm doing something, I'm like benefiting the world somehow, or I'm like at least not contributing to such negativity, then like I feel okay. And I'm not one for dwindling on negativity or adding to it. So yeah.
Exactly, and that's your experience, and no one can really discredit an experience when it's yours and when they haven't been in your shoes. They don't know what Ace goes through on a day-to-day basis, or, you know, how he wakes up in the morning, how he's feeling. So, you know, someone else, you know, they really can't judge you. So yeah, I'm glad that you addressed that for sure. Okay, so let's talk about the future. Let's talk about the future. What does independence look like for you in 6 months? Because I know you're 18, you're about to graduate, right? What are you most excited to build now that the runway is clear?
The future. There's a lot of stuff for the future, guys. I haven't formally spoken out about it yet.
Okay.
But like for the future, I plan on going to Hawaii for college. Hawaii, you know, it's crazy. Like halfway, I live in Minnesota, so like Hawaii is a much different place. Like, you know, you never would have like expected Hawaii, but like
weather is different.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But Hawaii for future plans. To go to college, I plan on majoring in marine biology. Plan on doing all that kind of stuff. I also plan on like starting a clothing company soon here. I love like looking like fashionable, but also like knowing like the story behind clothing. That's probably like my biggest thing. So I want to start that soon here, but not like in the foreseeable future, very soon here, you know. But yeah, but as for other things, like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like as though like I don't really know what the next move is until like the day of or something like that. But I do know that I want to explore the world. I plan on traveling a lot. I plan on like visiting Hawaii for spring break maybe, or like getting a feel of the earth and seeing what's up. Yeah, for sure. And also like seeing some multiple national parks in the U.S. In the summer for sure. But yeah.
For sure. That's beautiful. And keep doing you. I'm really proud of you. I am really proud of you. We have never met formally. This is our first time meeting. I think we have a mutual friend on Instagram, Victor Gitu.
Oh yeah.
Gitu.
Yep.
Shout out Victor.
Yep.
But yeah, I've never met you, but you have such a bright future, and I know, like, I'm echoing what millions of people have already told you, and I truly mean that. So continue to, like, go forth and conquer, and I truly hope that the situation with your dad just continue to thrive throughout despite that. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me on my podcast today. Thank you for sharing your takeoff, how you want to take off. Where can my listeners find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram for sure. I plan on like expanding to like maybe YouTube soon here, because I feel like
Yes, I see you
Yeah.
on YouTube.
We-
Yes.
Yeah, so I plan on like maybe vlogging or doing day to day, because I feel like Instagram you can only post so much for so long, But I
Right.
want to like expand like on every day, like what's happening in the moment kind of stuff, and I feel like YouTube can do that. And I might expand to TikTok for like shorter kind of content, but that's what I see for myself. You can definitely find me on Instagram for right now, but in the future, very soon here on YouTube and everything. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for joining me, Ace. And for you guys listening, don't forget to be a high achiever. You feel me? Bye.
Thank you.